Now, I've got this idea of how to represent curves where the coordinates of this curve do not spell out a function, right? I have failed the vertical line test, but rather each of the coordinates is a function of, maybe time or maybe some other variable. So the name for this kind of a plot where my x coordinate and my y coordinate are both functions of some third independent variable, well, I would call t the parameter that controls both of my x and y. And so how do I describe an equation where a parameter controls both of my x and y? I would call that a parametric equation. So again, I started out with this equation in the variables x and y, and somehow I have figured out how to make this purple plot where I can just read off the x and y coordinates from the two different entries in my ordered pair. Now let me talk a little bit about how I figured that out. So in this equation, I've got x squared plus the quantity y divided by 2x all squared equals 1. And so that almost looks like the formula for a circle, right? Where I've got, say, cosine of x squared plus sine of x squared equals 1. Except, oh, wait, no, I cannot use my x's in this way. My x for this parametric equation depends on t. So this is my idea here about how to turn some equation into its parametric form. So it makes sense to me that my x should be equal to cosine of t. Let me write that in my scratch work over here. Following from this idea, y divided by 2x should correspond to the sine of t. But I already know what x is supposed to be. X is supposed to be cosine. So this would be y divided by twice cosine of t. So I will solve for y. I've got y equals twice sine of t times cosine of t. Well, what's that? Twice the sine of a number times the cosine of the same number is exactly the formula for sine of 2t. So for that reason, my y coordinate should be sine of 2t. And that's exactly the formula that I had here and the formula I had here, which were tracing out that picture for me in the visualization. So again, the green point moves around the XY plane. The purple is tracing out all of the places that that point has visited in the past. So what I have done is I have rewritten my equation to give it a parameterization. All of the XY coordinates that my parametric equation hits are exactly the same coordinates that my original equation hits. I just found a new way to represent those coordinates.